future is in the hands of Steve Young, who threw his first touchdown pass of the season last week. But if the Bucs are to celebrate today, they must first stop the high-stepping Eric Dickerson. Put more consistent pressure on the quarterback and score their first fourth-quarter points of the season. Stills has Barry Redden back there with him, and of course Mr. Dickerson, and it's Dickerson breaking tackles across the 45 out near midfield. Dickerson with enough yardage on that first carry to pick up the first down.
Well, it didn't take long for the Rams to establish the running game. As far as the first play from scrimmage, you're going to see a missed tackle by Ivory Sully, 44, as he gave him the old stiff-legged, and Eric Dickerson with a big gain.
14-yard pickup. Places the ball at about the 48-yard line now. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Two-back offense. Dickerson again. Again, good yardage. Out to about the 45-yard line, a pickup of 6 or 7. Let's take a look at the Rams now offensively. Stills at quarterback, as we mentioned. Ron Brown, Bobby Duckworth, and David Hill, the tight end. Those are the receiving unit. Up front, a veteran unit except for a rookie, Tom Newberry at left guard, in there for Kent Hill, who went to Houston in the Everett deal. 10 for the Rams. Steve Bills at quarterback. Dickerson again trying to get wide. Ivory Sully misses a tackle, and Dickerson battles across the 30 near first down yardage again. He's got it cranked up, Johnny.
He certainly does. He was ready to play a football game, and you're going to see a good block by Barry Redden. He comes in. He has to take on the linebacker, Washington. Now, Redden's 30, the lead back here. It always helps when the other back can get a good block for you, as we see it in kind of super slow motion. There's the block there on Washington, and he tied him up, and Dickerson went on for the big yardage as the Rams going right down the field, have not thrown a pass yet.
2nd down and 1 now. Dickerson picked up 9 yards on that carry. David Hill, the tight end, in motion. The toss to Dickerson. Behind a block from Hill. And Jackie Slater on the right side has enough for the first down before he's stopped by number 57, the outside linebacker, Keith Browner.
Pretty good play by Browner, because he had David Hill coming right at him, and he threw him aside and made the tackle, but not before Dickerson was able to get the first down. So the Tampa Bay defense is being tested right off. And of course, if you establish a running game like this, as you know, Wayne, and go right down the field, boy, pretty soon the passes are going to be wide open also. Right. It isn't necessarily Dickerson.
2nd and 6. There's the toss again to Dickerson. Redden with the block out in front. Dickerson cuts it. He's across the 5 and near the 4-yard line. He'll have the first down before Ricky Eastman. And Ivory Sully brought him down.
You got to give some credit to Irv Pankey and to Redden. Redden makes his block there on Washington. Pankey got Tyrone Keys down, and Dickerson is so good at watching his blocks and turning up the field. Watch Pankey. He's 75 out there. He's got Keys, and he throws the block right there and takes actually 2 men down as Dickerson turns up the field and heads north-south right towards the goal line.
49 yards for him already. The ball is on the 4. 1st and goal for the Rams. Dickerson trying to get wide, but can't. Jeff Davis comes over from his inside linebacker spot and stops Dickerson after about a 2-yard pickup on that one.
Good clutch tackle by Davis. That time Swope got across the line of scrimmage there and kind of forced him a little bit wider, and that was the reason that Jeff Davis was able to come up there and stop the Rams temporarily. But they're down to the 1.5-yard line, and you said he has about 50 yards already. This game has just barely started.
The ball is just across the 2-yard line, about a yard and a half perhaps from the end zone. 2nd down. Dickerson, did he get in? He was close to breaking the plane on the goal line, but no signal. So it'll be short and bring up a 3rd down situation for the Rams. Dickerson came into this game leading the NFC in rushing ahead of Gerald Riggs and Walter Payton. 450 yards. He's now up around the 500-yard mark for the day. Had 58 yards last week against the Eagles. His buddy Ryan's 46 defense there did a pretty good job on him. 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal from the Dickerson's the tailback. But Redden will get it. And the Rams have 6. 10. Dickerson and Redden are the running backs. Redden goes in motion, and Dickerson takes the toss to the left, cuts it back, and is hit by Sully. And Dickerson gets across the 45-yard line near first down yardage, but he'll be a touch short. Boy, he can run. He can cut.
That time there was no pursuit from the middle of the line, if you noticed, and when he's cutting back, nobody's getting him from the inside. So the Ram offensive line, the interior, is really tying up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the linebackers are running too far to the outside, kind of overrunning the play as he cuts back.
Always going forward, too, when he's going down. At the end of his run, he really finishes off the run. 3rd down and 2. This will be Dickerson, and he has the first down. He showed his power the run before, and then showed some nifty moves as he made a good adjustment right at the line of scrimmage on that one.
He has the great ability to cut. He's not like you call a darter, but he can cut back and keep going forward at the same time, if you know what I mean. He kind of flies his feet and just shifts a yard to the right or left and keeps on going. And with all that equipment on, too, he looks like the man from Mars, doesn't he? But he runs like crazy. He says he likes to take advantage of every piece of equipment. He wears it all. Extra heavy shoulders. Philadelphia Eagles and Buddy Ryan upset Atlanta 16-0. In fact, they shut him out.
2nd and 10 here now. This is Dickerson. He breaks it again. And they go all the way. He does. Touchdown Rams. A 40-yard touchdown effort by Eric Dickerson, and the Rams are in front 13-0.
Boy, they pulled the offside line as Lehman Bennett cannot believe what is happening here. As a 78, he throws the block there and just blasts back on Washington, and Dickerson hit the crease, takes off, and Ivory Sully missed the tackle, and Dickerson takes it in. Sully's got to be
10 carries, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown already this afternoon. So with 4:24 left, the Rams are out in front, 14-0. With Johnny Morris, and look at those numbers. That's a day's work already, Johnny.
Oh, he's doing terrific. He only had 58 yards against the Eagles the entire game. We're not even through the first quarter. He's over 100 yards, and I just took out my computer. If he continued at this pace, he would end up with 513 yards rushing in this football game.
It's a possibility with that. 1st and 10 Rams, 16-yard line. This is Dills to throw. He swings it out to Dickerson. Behind Newberry, the guard, and Dickerson almost breaks another one, but loses the ball, and Tampa Bay may have it. Kind of a one-man screen for Eric Dickerson out there behind the guard, Newberry, number 66. But Tampa Bay has it back. Craig Swope on the recovery. Number 41, the safety.
Well, that happened to Dickerson a couple of times in the Eagle game last week. He fumbled, but they weren't ahead at that time. Here is just a quick screen out there. He turns up the field. I mean, he is off and running to the races. And the hit, I'm not sure who got the hit on it, but it was Swope who recovered the ball. It looked like...
it was Eastman, Ricky Eastman, I think.
Eastman, 26, yes.
Got his hat right on the ball. Usually when the ball flies out like that, it means the helmet got on it. Watch it here and you'll see. And it's gone. 1st and 10 now. Play action. Dills all day. Gets it to Dickerson, who breaks another tackle. Ivory Sully finally forces him out of bounds, but it's another first down, a 16-yard pickup. Steve Dills to Eric Dickerson.
And it was Chris Washington missing it. This is just a little short pass off the play action. And you'll see Dickerson now. Chris Washington reaches for him because he's such a good runner. He doesn't go by his normal fundamentals. Good block by David Hill. And finally, he's knocked out of bounds by Sully. But you've got to make a tackle. This is Sully having to take on Eric Dickerson, and Dickerson gets the shoulder down right at the last second. Boy, he is tough aside from being agile. But Chris Washington's the guy who really goofed it, because you can't hit a guy like Dickerson high, right?
No, Dickerson got under him that time anyway. I tell you, he just finishes off those runs no matter where it is on the field. 1st and 10 now. Rams, Tampa Bay 36. The toss back to Dickerson again. He breaks another tackle. Look out. They won't catch it. It is something. 36 yards for his 2nd touchdown of the day. He's gone 40 yards and 36 yards for 2 touchdowns, but there's a flag down back at about the 35-yard line. bringing it back.
Boy, a little illegal procedure there. Somebody moved. Boy, that can be costly. You take away a touchdown like that, you take the wind right out of the sails.
Illegal formation, number 75, not up on the line.
Oh, what a technical penalty. I mean, if he wasn't on the line, he wasn't on the line. But that's the kind of penalties that a coach, he just dies on that. 75 is Pankey.
Irv Pankey over on the right side of your screen. And now, those tackles will usually back up when it's a pass play. They'll usually get up and crowd the line on a run. And here, this was a run. And he was called for illegal formation. That was the first penalty of the game. And it came in a terrible time. 7 Rams our score. Dickerson on a draw. Breaks the tackle by Sully and near first down yardage again. I'll tell you what, he and Sully have had about 6 collisions out there, and Dickerson's won 5 of them.
He certainly has. Ivory Sully's got to be very frustrated because they create the big hole. Here comes Sully's got to fill that gap. If he makes a tackle, it's a short gain.
Straight arm got him again. That's
right. Turns up the field and then dips his shoulder. What a great runner. I guess everybody knows that already, but you're getting a great example. There's 44 on the tackle, and he just slips off. He's so strong in the legs. Yeah. We were talking to him yesterday. He doesn't do a lot of weightlifting, but he does on his legs to keep him, just to give him a little added strength. And it sure is working on Mr. Sully and the rest of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, we'll take a timeout down there now with the Rams on the 17-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1 for them when we return. 7.9. They've got one here. Tyrone Keys, former Chicago Bear, on the stop. Yes. So out of the shotgun here on 3rd and 9. Could give, though, to Dickerson. And he snowed under for a loss. Back at about the 20-yard line, the 21, that was John Cannon, the defensive end that you were talking about, Johnny, who came in there and made that play. The 26-yard line. Out of the shotgun. The hand to Guma. And he'll get just a couple.
Well, the fans don't like what they're seeing. They're seeing conservatism as the clock winds down. The Rams deciding that, hey, they're not going to go for it and make a big mistake.
Well, they probably won't want to snap it again with 17 seconds and ticking on the clock, as you see in the right-hand corner. Dickerson out of the eye. He had a big hole, but he was tripped up by Jeff Davis, number 58, who got a knuckles. On a 3rd and 2. A hit by Browner. They'll be short now of the first down, it appears, and so the Rams will go into a punting situation. Teams in the National Football League this year. 1st and 10 now for Los Angeles. On the 5. Ron Brown in motion. He hands to Dickerson, and look out. He'll have a first down out past the 15-yard line. Why throw it when you can give it to him, huh?
Boy, that's a big run. And you watch Irv Pankey, 75. He comes around and seals the pursuit. See, 75, he's sealing the pursuit off so that Dickerson can turn up the field. And Dickerson is so adept at finding the creases. Now, there's Pankey made that key penalty. Now he came up with a nice play. And, you know, you get those big tackles pulling from left to right. You know, they got a lot of weight to carry.
Kind of like a counter play.
Yeah.
Pankey gets out in front of it in good shape on the left side. 1st and 10. Here Dickerson again. It's a lead block from Redden and makes a great cut. Boy, what a move. Craig Swope finally coming over and making a stop. He had Jeff Davis flying by him in midair, I believe it was.
Jeff Davis was tackling some grass that time, or maybe I should say dirt, depending on where it was in the field. Barry Redden, 30's in the front there. He throws his kick-out block, and here comes 58 to make the tackle, and Dickerson just gives him a little swivel hip and turns up the field. Eric Dickerson. Boy, he is great.
14-yard pickup for Dickerson and the first down. Ball now is on the 29.
And you know,
Dickerson and Redden. Behind Dills. That's Redden. That's Dickerson. On the 26. A hand again to the main man. And he gets just a couple. 2nd and 10. This is Dickerson. Swope on a blitz. Brings him down for a short gain. From their own 48-yard line. Redden and Dickerson. This is Dickerson. He'll get a couple. They're just about at the limit of his range right now. This is Dickerson.
Scott Brantley really came across.
You can hear 10 from the 30, and here's Dickerson. Good. Dickerson is a lone back. He'll get it again. And he'll have the first down. Chris Washington finally drags him down. 1st and 10 from the 30, and here's Dickerson. Good defensive play. Dickerson is a lone back. He'll get it again. And he'll have the first down. Chris Washington finally drags him down. Bill's taking his time, letting the clock run down on the 32nd clock. It's Dickerson again. And he's just a couple yards shy of another first down.
See if the Rams stick with the run.
4 down linemen in there now for Tampa Bay. That's Dickerson. And he's struggling forward and is very, very close to the first down. This may be another mark.
It depends on the spot where they spot it. It's going to be very close.
Redden in motion to toss to Dickerson. And Browner, Keith Browner, the left side backer from USC, makes the stop. And the football playing Browner families and the football playing Wansley family. Flag, that's Hunter in motion. That means he runs. Trying to get outside. Browner makes a fine defensive play from his left linebacker spot. More great action coming up next Sunday on CBS. These Rams against the Atlanta Falcons in a Western Conference game. For those of you of Tampa Bay. Dickerson, the remaining back, on a counter. Cuts it up the middle, and he may go. This may be it. Dickerson will score. The game is over. No flags anywhere. 42-yard touchdown run by Eric Dickerson, and the Rams have won it in overtime. 12:44 remaining in overtime, and Eric Dickerson has put it away for the Rams. The cream comes to the top.
What a game. When you stop to think he had one called back, but he cuts back so nice to the offside of the line. It was a counter play. Came back across the line, and Eric Dickerson took advantage of it. Lehman Bennett.
And Steve Bartkowski, who played for him in Atlanta. Eric Dickerson scored in the first quarter a 40-yard touchdown run. And this was a dandy.
We'll take one more look at Eric Dickerson and his touchdown. And notice the fake action. You'll see Dickerson kind of like that comes across, and you see Jackie Slater comes across with a great block.
Look at that move.
Look at that move. In midair, he just kind of slipped the tackle, and the last man was no chance to get him. And once Dickerson gets in the open, it was touchdown USA.
That was an incredible move in the hole. It looked so much better from that end zone than it did from the side here. You really can't see what he did right there.
Well, he actually shifts directions in midair. He's able to jump in the air and come down a yard or two to his right or to his left. And then it's Katie Barr the door. She goes in. Touchdown, Dickerson.
Proving what we've known for so long, that Eric Dickerson is truly special. 30 carries a day, 207 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The Rams win it 26-20. Johnny Morris, this is Wayne Walker saying goodbye from Anaheim Stadium, and let's go to New York now and Brent.